The Breakup. Two white men explain feminism.
I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. You broke it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. You broke it. I told you not to touch it. Keep your hands where I can see it. I told you not to touch it.
I feel like we found our cold open. You should have more interest, Jacob. Welcome to the special episode of The Breakup featuring me, your co-host.
Whatever my name is. Yeah. I'm your co-host, Sam Young.
And I'm your co-host, Jacob Wasco.
And we are joined today.
You don't say his name.
No, we do not speak his name. But know that there is a presence. There's a specter haunting Europe. So we were...
You're communism, by the way.
Apparently.
You are communism.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I don't know, I guess...
Jacob, do you want to explain why we're here and why we haven't done red shirts or...
Well, I have basically...
You've done red shirts.
You're a shitty game player is what you are, Sam.
Yes, that is the answer.
So, what happened was we got Tom fired.
Yes. This was explained in previous episodes. Last time on The Breakup, Sam and Jacob got Tom fucking fired.
Poor Tom. Poor Tom in his now ruined town without a Sam's Club in it. For all people listening, please visit your local Sam's Club and give to the Tom charity.
This episode brought to you by Sam's Club.
But brought to you by Sam's Club, not our Sam. The different
Anyway,
one.
get to the point.
The point is, Sam's out of work.
Sam's out of work.
Tom is now jobless. Actually, no, he's working as a butcher now. But as he is chopping all of that meat with Butcher Pete, he can now listen to our forgiveness for making his work experience more bearable, making his coworkers hate him by having him listen to our podcast during his times in the pit, working on trading wheels.
Basically, we didn't like Suicide, or Jacob didn't like Suicide Squad, so that's
or Sonic.
Yeah, or Sonic. No, I forgot that was the other element to this. It's the Sonic games.
I antagonize Sonic fans. I antagonize Suicide Squad, I'm not fucking apologizing.
I told you not to antagonize the audience, and look what happens.
Well, what I said to you when you said that was, I am not antagonizing people. This is a moral claim on them.
Yeah, and then you denied that you said that, and then you said it again. I have the tapes, Jacob. I've listened to the show. I am the only person who edits it. Anyway, Tom is punishing us, as was our mea culpa, and so Jacob and I watched the 2017 remake of Flatliners, a movie I have not seen.
A movie that is officially now renamed, in the spirit of all guest episodes, Ellen Page pays the iron price.
Yes, she does.
She pays it real hard.
Well, normally this is where I would ask, like, what this was about, but...
No, everyone hated this movie. This was a punishment game. That's the other thing about this is we were punished in watching Flatliners in recompense.
We were pretty duly punished, I would say, on this one.
Really? I was very indifferent. Like it was funny bad.
Yeah.
Including moments such as...
Well, okay, let's go.
Yeah. What's the actual summary of this movie?
Yeah, okay. It's so bad.
Basically, a bunch of
pre-med students decide...
Oh, no, they're residents. So
yes, sorry, you're right. So a bunch of pretty residents decide that killing themselves for a few minutes is going to be the key to understanding life, the universe, and everything.
And it turns into a weird analogy for doing E.
Yeah, it does,
They get all hopped up on the sex.
Are you carrying Flatline? Show me your wrists. Show me your wrists.
Show it. I need to see the pockmarks of doing Flatline.
Ellen Page is in this movie, and 3 or 4 other actors who I neither bothered to look at their names, nor did I bother to look at their characters'
We did not
names.
bother to care.
I know that Ellen Page's name was Courtney, and only because I looked at the credits.
When we thought it was actually Molly, because her sister keeps calling
Why does she call her mommy? What the hell?
When in fact they are sisters.
All right, we're getting off track. Anyway, they're a bunch of pretty residents. You've probably seen, if you're listening to our show, Nick Stinchcombe, Flatliners, the original. But yeah, they kill themselves briefly, they come back, and then they get like Jacob said, it's like they're on E.
Yeah, they all get all real fucked up.
Yeah.
There's a
and then
flower orgy.
Yeah, there's okay, when he says flour, he doesn't mean flowers, he means like white powder that they're throwing at each other.
And then they're like, I want to break this wall. And so they do some amateur demolition on a load-bearing wall. And they break
on a heritage house in Toronto.
Oh my god.
And Kiefer Sutherland plays Dr. House.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. He's literally a cranky doctor with a cane.
At least he doesn't have a drug addiction. He's not addicted to flatlining.
No.
He's the moral of the story.
But yeah, they do this thing, and it gives them superpowers. Well, it gives two of them superpowers, and then they never bother to define what it does to everybody else. He's just over my shoulder. I can't unsee him. He's like one of the ghosts in the movie. Pay no attention.
No, you don't get to say anything.
So yeah, they start to like. Spoilers. Their guilt starts to assault them.
Yeah,
that's kind of it. That's the fucking movie.
Is that if you are a guilty person, if you flatline, bad things, ghosts will come after you.
Yeah, and the big twist is, of course, that Ellen Page pays the iron price.
The big twist at the end is Ellen Page is the only person who dies in this movie, which I find incredibly surprising.
Well, you called it, too.
No, I thought that the actually quite attractive, dark-skinned woman who has very weirdly graphic sex at the 2/3 mark with the creepy Frankenstein boy child who left like his girlfriend at the abortion clinic, who didn't actually die and didn't actually have an abortion.
Yeah, I guess the twist of this movie is it's not a ghost movie.
The other twist is that abortion is terrible and you should never have it, and practice abstinence.
It's a very pro-life movie. As Jacob put it, he predicted that the woman of color who has sex, well, she's doomed now.
Yeah. And she lives.
Yeah.
She in fact actually goes pretty okay for her.
So well done, movie. You killed the white girl.
Round of applause, everyone.
Yeah. So we didn't like this movie.
Heaven forbid.
Okay, let's put some structure to this.
Break it down.
We actually have some. Okay, I'm going to say why I didn't like it, and then you say why you didn't like it.
Sure.
I didn't like it because it was an incoherent mess. It was filmed. There are weird moments where it's filmed on film and then it cuts to digital, and it's incredibly jarring because suddenly everyone looks like they're CG. That's one of many things I didn't like about it. But it's edited badly. It's acted like everyone's on methadone.
It's edited like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. Like there is missing stuff.
I feel like we should add in like a boo, like a booing audience at that.
We can't antagonize what audience we have left. Our key demographic of Alaska has abandoned us.
Our key demographic of Sonic and Suicide Squad.
Oh man, if only we had known. Well, there was a bunch of views on one episode, and then it all went downhill.
Yeah, it all went downhill from there.
So yeah, it's incoherent. It's laughable. Like the Dr. House thing is laughable. He's there for no reason. He doesn't do anything.
He's there as an antagonist.
He's not, but he doesn't antagonize them.
Well, he antagonizes people to flatline so they become smarter.
He just tells them they're shitty doctors, which they are.
We should go into more detail about the effects of flatlining.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
You've described... So basically, for people who haven't watched the movie, and I'm surprised you haven't, it's a lovely movie, the effects of flatlining are you have super good memory, you're not super strong or anything, but you're pretty good at your reflexes all of a sudden.
You're good at dancing and making out.
That's another good one. And you're good at screaming about things. Like, you will be drugged out of your mind and go into a parking lot and accidentally set off a guy's car alarm because you see your dead sister in, like, the mirror or something.
The dead sister who ambiguously is your daughter?
Or maybe...
go back to Chinatown for
basically,
a moment.
The thing about this movie is Ellen Page wants to do it so that she sees her sister again.
Yeah.
And that's like... No, that's kind of like a good moral-ish reasoning.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. Wait a second.
But
you're saying that a good moral of the story is you accidentally kill your little sister and then you go conduct medical experiments on yourself and your friends.
Let me finish my sentence, motherfucker.
Okay.
But the alternative to that is... Hey, I want to nearly kill myself so I get fucking smart and then do some drugs, man. God, I can't believe I left her at the abortion clinic. Fuck.
See, this is the thing. They all get, when they do flatlining, one of them they put it like, she starts to see the past and you start to see the future. And it's like, okay, so they're each going to get some sort of
No, that's
thing.
dumber. He sees the present.
Yeah, he sees the present.
I can only
He's
see...
sick!
I can only see the present. Dude, he's really sick, bro. Holy shit, he's like barfing. I need to do more flatlining.
The janitor. You guys flatlining in here?
No, it's okay. I used to do
that shit.
I used to sell E back in med school. I'm the most interesting janitor you're ever going to encounter in your life.
I know 8 languages. Anyway, so yeah, they see Quo Fidas.
I wrote for Sid Caesar.
Quiet you. Anyway, they seem to get super. Well, okay, I'm rambling. It sets up that they're going to get superpowers, and then
two of them do.
Two of them do, and then the other two just have bad trips.
Yeah,
for no apparent, like there's no setup. It's just kind of like, it's great, it's good. Oh no, it's bad now.
It's like Sweat Loaf, basically. Like, oh, this is going to be perfectly good. No, it's not.
What is Sweat Loaf?
Okay, you're gonna have to listen to a Butthole Surfers album at some point in your life, Sam. We're gonna get there, but that's not. We only have present sight, you and I.
Yes,
we can only see the present.
I can only see you in front of me.
Only me. Do not look to your left.
It's my right, actually. God damn it. So yeah, they don't get superpowers. They seem to sort of mutilate themselves when they're having hallucinations, and it's a big drug metaphor.
Yeah.
And why didn't you like the movie?
Why didn't I like this movie? I actually thought it was a funny movie.
Well, yeah, I agree. It was
funny to watch. Yeah. Basically, compared to other movies I had seen, I was like, yeah, this is terrible, but it's like, okay. It's not Birdemic 2.
Well, yeah. Well, Birdemic 2 isn't... It's not even a good bad.
It gives physical pain.
This is.
Yeah, no. I need to bring my A game here. The movie is bad because Ellen Page is the only person who dies. I wanted the movie to be everyone dies, including the one moral guy who's just like, he doesn't do any flatlining. He came from a poor background, so he's here on scholarship. I thought he was the villain.
Yeah, you did.
Because they were like, oh, we don't trust this guy.
Because he was antagonistic.
He was antagonistic and a bit smarmy.
Yeah.
As we soon discovered, of course, anyone would be had they encountered these people in real life.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no, I will not flatline. It is not my way.
It is not the way of my people. There's a bit where we find out one of the characters lives on a houseboat, and it's just kind of out of nowhere. Like he's...
Well, they joke. They say, like, quite early on, says the trust fund baby who lives on a houseboat.
Did they actually say that?
Yes, they did.
Oh, God.
And either you weren't listening, and I was like, yeah, okay, you're making fun of the fact he's rich. There's no way he actually lives on a houseboat. Cue to him living on a houseboat.
It was so he's just like... Wait, is he...
Actually,
did they rent a boat?
What I think I'm mad most about is the fact how bad doctors they are.
Yeah, they're all terrible doctors.
They are all really bad at this. For being residents. Like, there's basically a scene where the supervisor's like, this guy came in having like a small stroke and he's suddenly all better now. Yeah, I gave him this and this drug. Without telling anyone? Blonde guy?
Yeah, they keep sassing like the doctors,
the medical professionals who have been doing this literally for years. They're like, yeah, I'm way smarter than you. I do flatlining. Jesus, we're at 16 minutes. We gotta pick up the tempo here.
God, we got like... I don't... Okay.
This was such a nothing movie.
I know. Truly Tom is chosen well because it was just pointless.
It was a pointless derivative.
I can't hate it.
No, that's the thing. Like,
it's inoffensive in its badness.
I think that the fact we were sort of riff-traxing over it and the fact like that they go to like a really fancy Nando's in Toronto.
Yeah.
That it's in Toronto of all things, so I can go... Oh, it's U of T.
So this was the interesting...
It's U of T.
For me, the interesting part of watching this movie was Jacob just calling out Toronto all the way through.
And you're like, oh yeah, I presented there.
My prestigious paper. I spoke at that church somehow.
That will get me into a doctorate degree.
Yeah, Toronto was like the third.
$3,000.
There was only
$3,000 fucking apartment that she ruins by smashing a goddamn wall.
They're not getting their damage deposit back.
What the fuck was that? Like, who wrote that? Who wrote the...
Well,
hey, so they're having a sexy party and she makes out with blonde boy. And then, here's the twist, everybody. let's smash a window. No, let's smash a
wall.
A wall. I want to make it like a joint thing.
I think let's focus on the fact that they just sling flour at each other, and that's supposed to be like
sexy.
Sexy, yeah.
Sexy times.
Yeah.
And then the second party. Like this is a party of 3 acts.
Yeah, there's a party per act.
Yeah. And eventually, and then there's that bit where they're Ellen Page has just died, and they're post-party lows and post.
There's the guy
who walks by. He's like, "Y'all look like shit. What's up, bro?" And then he walks up.
Cool party last night. I went to med school to meet chicks. It didn't work out.
My parents want me dead. I've got the...
I want to know his story.
Yeah.
I want to see his movie.
Who is that? He is in the sequel to Ellen Page Pays the Iron Price. Ellen Page finds the silver dollar.
Yes. To be followed by Ellen Page and the
Gold Standard.
Yes. We got pretty bored and made a whole new series, patent pending.
I'm sure that YouTube will feature me editing badly Andrew WK's Get Ready to Die and Oingo Boingo's Little Girls.
I was craving some Andrew WK by the end of that thing there. Like, I needed to party. There were so many parties. There should have been Andrew WK.
The dizzying highs, the manic lows, the creamy middles.
Also, the ending is just like, I've never seen a more nothing ending.
I nicked your flatlining when you let your guard down, and I'd do it again. Good day.
Oh, God. Yeah, the metaphor doesn't really stand out. Because, yeah. I don't know. So that was Flatliners.
Enemy, your thoughts on this movie you haven't seen?
So, I, Enemy of the Podcast and nothing more, was wondering how it functioned as a drug metaphor, because that seems to be, you keep talking about them playing with flour and then using flatlining as an ecstasy metaphor, so I kept wondering, like, how anti-drug is this movie?
Okay, if we read it really literally, it's like it's a metaphor for don't do uppers in med school? Like, that's the moral of the story?
What if this was all like, cause one of the earliest scenes is a blonde fuck boy being like, so this bottle has Adderall and Mountain Dew in it. And this bottle has espresso in it.
It's like a heart attack.
Heart attack in a bottle.
Yeah, I thought there was...
What if he downed both of those in a study session and that's the movie we watched?
Oh.
It was actually just like a weird...
It's a Mountain Dew-induced hallucination.
I'm sure people who regularly drink Mountain Dew will be offended by that, but also agree.
Take your Jacob's Ladder garbage out of it.
I would have killed to watch some Jacob's Ladder.
I have not seen Jacob's Ladder, so here we go. This again.
I would have flatlined to watch some Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, so no, it's a direct metaphor about taking... Wait.
Do they still have their powers?
That's good. No, I think the moral of the story is you should forget... You should seek forgiveness from people you've traumatized, and they will actually be like, yeah, sure, I forgive you.
There's an amazing scene in this movie that I think you would appreciate, Enemy, and nothing more. There is, like, basically realize, we have to ask for forgiveness. And the one of the girls had managed to hack into a high school rival's phone.
She
to slut shame her.
Yeah.
Okay, at the beginning of the sentence, when you started with hack, I was expecting you to go somewhere much more interesting.
You'll find that on this podcast, Jacob occasionally makes a choice of words, and you think it's going to go one way, and then it goes
into a much more boring way.
Yeah.
That's why I get questions like, "Is English your first language?" Yeah. Really? Yeah. Did I not tell you this?
No.
Literally,
this is more interesting than the movie.
The second writing class I had joined in, like in one of the like early classes of it, the teacher pulled me aside, like talking about my sort of short story, and went, "Is English your first language?"
That's horrible.
Well, basically, I was kind of like, yes. No. Like, and she realized that she had offended me a bit. And went, no. It's just the way you phrase things is interesting. Like, it's not what you do in English. And I'm like, well, mea culpa, I apologize.
Anyway, the point, she slut shames this girl in high school.
Who anyone would think at this point, who then committed suicide over having her dirty text being shared across the entire...
Because the twist is it's not ghosts.
Yeah, the twist is it's not ghosts. So they find her at her place of work, and she gets called down, and it's basically, well, please forgive me for... horribly ruining your life in high school. And then it looks like the girl and any other sane human being would go, you ruined my life. I'm not going to forgive you.
She's not obligated to forgive
I am
her.
not obligated to forgive you for doing such a terrible thing. To which, in the movie, she goes, I forgive you. And she does like
it's just like that, and she goes,
okay, like thumbs up, smile, Terminator moment, and then that was it. That's the arc. Is there's no real there's no pathos.
That occurs to me that there's a problem in this movie where each of the characters has too many things going on. Like that character in particular, again, I don't know what her name is because I didn't bother to learn it. But like
she has the controlling mom.
Controlling mother.
She has the really awkward scene where she really wildly has sex with blonde boy in front of her mother, basically. Effectively. Through a door. Like, the mother's like, hey, what are you doing in there? It sounds like you're killing a harpy in there.
But yeah, she's got the controlling mother. She's overworked at school, but also she slut-shamed this girl.
But all of it amounts to nothing. It's a lot of great static on a TV.
Because the climax is like the fourth character, fifth character. There's 5 characters in this movie, and I don't care about any.
No. There's about 3 characters spread over 5 people.
Yeah. But there's this one of the characters who wasn't actually that important to it.
She killed a man who was stung by a jellyfish.
She gave him a bad combination of drugs.
She gave him bad
And for some reason, her little psychodrama is the climax. And it does not matter.
She confesses.
Yeah, she gets her just desserts, and then they throw away a laptop, and the movie ends. And then, then a random guy plays the same piano.
Who looks like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, he does.
and it's where the camera tilts up in a way as, so you had a bad day, starts playing and all that. And, yeah. Sam, what's your verdict?
Oof.
How many thumbs?
Thumbs down, my friend.
I give it a sideways thumb.
Oh, okay.
I think that it is a movie you could rip into after having had a few beers. And that makes it a sideways thumb.
Okay.
There's a redeeming quality to this movie.
Yeah, it's kind of so bad.
I think that's why Tom suggested it. Mm-hmm. So we've got
thanks, Tom.
10 minutes left.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
We don't. Okay. We got to give it a theme.
All right.
We got to give it a theme. I think we'll stick with season K. So we need to give it a K theme. We already did killer.
Is there a drug that starts with K?
Ketamine. Done.
Ship it out.
So yeah, this is a weird filler episode because I haven't finished Hotline Miami. Sorry about that. But we'll get that soon.
Yep. Red Shirts.
Red Shirts, yes.
That's a book.
Well, actually, technically, Jacob hasn't finished that either.
Oh, fuck off. It's as good as done.
No, it's not.
So you're both failures.
You're both. Yeah, thank you, enemy. Correct. We'd like to thank Irritating Rainbow for our theme song, You Broke It. You can find that on iTunes. Look in the description of the episode. Jesse Cowell, enemy of the podcast, final thought.
Oh, you don't get that from me. The way you treated me here? No. My final thought is withheld. Good night.
But we should save Ceiling Guy.
I'm finding him. He's deep inside.
He's deep within. I like that it was
The breakup will return after this message. Hi, I'm Larry Sandusky here, telling you about Larry's Ceiling Emporium. Let me tell you about all the deals we have here. I'm here at my emporium, and I've got for you all of the ceiling. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me? Stop laughing at me. This is the only job I have left. My wife doesn't love me. She left me. She left me because of clowns like you laughing at me and what I do selling ceilings for this day and for the rest of time. I will have ceilings for your roofs, for your floors, and for your walls. But I got jokers like you laughing motherfucker, just laughing at what I do. Selling ceilings. I got something to tell you. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with where I am today and what I'm doing with my life. You can't take that from me. You can take my wife. You can take my kids. You can take my money. But you can't take these amazing deals. You can never take them. Never. Proudly sponsoring the breakup.